Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday, January 4th. And today, the topic is the 7 steps to a success formula. So I have them jotted down my notes I've had for a long time in my notes of notes of notes. As you probably have heard in some of my other videos, I have like thousands of notes in my phone of things that I hear or know or took a class on or heard a podcast or YouTube video or something. So before I get started, always jot things down. You should be writing notes down. And I think if you have an iPhone, I'm sure Droid has it too. If you have, use your notes. There's a note app, and you can write things down, and you can search those apps. So like what I did today was, or this morning I was like, well, today's topic, I think I want to go into this success formula, the 7 steps, and I just type that in the search bar and pops up. No matter when I opened it, when I put it in there, it finds it. Instead of having the old journal, which a lot of successful people have too, of trying to find it and writing it down. But I love the notes. But today I'm going to go through 7 things. Success has a formula. Everybody that's successful in anything, personal life, business, health, there's a formula. There's things that you have to do. And this is a success formula. And success is really based on habits. What habits do. I love habits. I'm a very habitual person, I guess, so to say. I have habits. You can easily know where I'm at, what I'm doing at any time of the day, usually, and where to find me. I have very limited things that I do. But what habits do, they lead to predictability and they're easy to duplicate when you get a habit. So people that are good with habits, that things that they want to do themselves, are always easy to implement other new successful formulas and other things in their life. So think about habits. And one of my favorite books ever is called Atomic Habits. So if you ever get a chance, read that. It's a great book. So here are the 7 things. The 7 things, steps, and things you need to do to have a success formula. So number 1 is identify what you want. So what do you want in real estate? What do you want? How much money do you want to make? How much sales do you want to do? How many buyers? How many sellers? What do you physically want? What's your goal for the year? We'll just say year. So you got to figure out what you want to accomplish. That's the number 1. That's why it's important. Number 2, identify when you want to accomplish it. So you have to have a deadline. You can't just say, well, I want to accomplish this whenever. Then whenever never comes. So you say, I want to have X amount of transactions, number of sales, number of buyers, number of sellers. When do I want them? I like to do it each month. Say, I want to do, this is what I want this month. And again, when you have a habit of doing the right things, you could predict when and how. Like an example with our office, I've been doing, I started our office over 23 years ago. I know I could predict close to where we're going to be, depending upon the market, with number of sales and how many agents we'll have and how many will produce and how many won't produce on a different scale. So as a business side of things, having 500 plus agents, I have a habit and a predictability that I do because I've been doing it for so long. And every successful agent does the same thing. They could predict. Well, how does every agent, say it's a successful agent, has been in the business 15 years, and every year they're doing 30, 40, 50, 60 transactions. They just predict because they're doing the right things. They know. They start at the beginning of the year. They have absolutely no idea. I mean, they might know a few of how many people are going to buy in November. Do you know right now how many people are going to buy in November from you? No, but any successful agent knows that they've been doing the right thing. They will have around this many houses and buyers and sellers ready to go in November because they've had that habit, and they have had that history. So that's number two. Number three, identify the barriers and the challenges that you're going to come across. What's going to stop you from doing the things you're going to do? Example: time, scheduling, list of people to call, open houses to do, door knocking. What's keeping you? What's the barrier and the challenges to stop you from doing the things you need to do? Number one thing is probably yourself. It's you. Somehow you are stopping yourself somehow from doing the things that you need to do. So identifying where's the problem and where is that. Number four, identify the solutions to that. So, what's the solution to getting the things done? One of the solutions could be I have to schedule it. I have to organize my database. I've got to have my scripts. I got to know what to say when I'm calling people and where I'm going and how many open houses. And the solution is, where do I get the open houses if I don't have listings? Do I my office have listings? Should I do mine? What are the solutions? Do I need technology? Do I need an assistant? What do I need? What are the solutions to overcome those barriers and those challenges? Number five, put together a daily plan. You got to have a daily plan of what you're going to do daily, hourly, minute to minute. Get micromanage yourself down to what you're doing every day. Number six, find your passion, your reason why you're ultimately doing this, not what you want to accomplish, because the what, number one, was like exact thing. I want to accomplish this or do that or earn this amount of money. But the why, your passion, why are you going to work so hard? What are you doing this for? Are you doing this for your financial freedom, your to retire, pay off loans, to help your children? What is your passion for working so hard? There's agents now that they're happy with 3 or 4 or 5 sales a year. That's all they want. They have they do this maybe on the side, or they're semi-retired, and they want to make $15,000-$20,000 a year. Why are those people happy with that, and you want to make $200,000 a year or $300,000 a year, which is very possible? We have agents making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 plus $1,000 a year. What is their passion different than the agents that are happy with $20,000 a year? Now, of course, some of you say, well, it would be great to have more money. Well, why aren't you doing the work to get that? Because you can get it, but you might not have the passion for it. So I say this to a lot of agents, is that you got to find your passion of how hard you want to work, because you can. Everybody has the ability to make $200,000, $300,000 in real estate. The people are out there. They're out there. You could find them. You could talk to them. You could build a relationship with them. Everybody has that ability to do it. I see it all the time. But do you really want to put in the effort? So be honest with yourself. What's your passion? Some agents are like, no, I don't want to work 60, 70, 80 hours a week and miss every single one of my kids' baseball games or work from 7 a.m. to midnight every day. It's kind of like, I heard a story once. It was in a motivational kind of podcast, and they said someone saw a very successful musician, and I think their example was a piano, and they said, well, listen, after the professional musician was playing, they're like, wow, that's so beautiful. I would love to play the piano like you. And that person went back to them and said, no, you don't. Like, yes, I would love to be able to play the piano like you. And they said, no disrespect to you, but no, you don't, because if you did and you had a passion for it, you probably would have done it already, depending upon where you are in your life. So if you have a passion for something, there's a lot. A lot of us are like, it would be great to make $300,000 a year, but do you have the passion to go out and do the work to get there? Same with that example with the musician. If you want to play the piano, most of it, there's a lot. Some people do have a natural talent to it might become a little bit easier for them. But if you want to learn, you can learn. But are you really passionate about it? So that is basically number 6: is just follow your passion and make sure that like what's in your heart is this is really what you want to do. And 7 and last, and it's always there, do it. Take action. You got to start somewhere. You got to take action every day. It's consistent. You got to build those habits. Those habits build patterns, and those patterns build success. It's just that's the blueprint for success. These 7 things. So hopefully that gives you something to think about. You got to think about each one of these things. It's hard to get to your goals or to the next level. Any agent, I see agents all of the time falling across business by accident. They have no patterns, they have no habits. They're making a few phone calls, putting a few ads, or telling their friends and family on Facebook, and you fall across business. Yes, that happens. Agents, there's I would say a good minimum 25 to 40% of all the realtors out there, that's their business plan, just falling across the people. We'll see what happens. Because about 20% of realtors out there do nothing every year. Not always the same people, but do zero. There might be different reasons for that. They're just not trying or have other things or keeping their license inactive. But there's something out there that which is that passion that agents have that are succeeding. They have that passion. That's I think that's one of the most important things to think about. So do you have the passion? Do you really want it? Do you really want to put in the work? Do you really want the things that you're telling yourself you want to accomplish? Because you can do it. And all the agents that are hitting those levels of where they are, and I say this all the time, it's not easier for them. They're just getting better at it. So that's it for today on our Tuesday. And thank you very much for watching. And remember, use me as a resource. Call, text, email me anytime. I love setting the time aside. We'll discuss anything that you want in real estate related and anything I can do to help you get to the next level, get to your goals. I love that. That's my passion of helping people. So that's it. Have a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. Bye-bye.